What is that like? Yeah, I'll let you keep it. Oh, look at this. Whoa! Look at most of it. We're moving. We're going. This is how slow it is.
Slow.
What are they like this fast?
Slow motion.
Why? This how fast it is.
How does this way she's doing it?
Here, I'm sending this to Asia.
Hi, Ece. Salam gel Ece. Salam Ece. Nesi severim.
Salam Ece. Salam Ece.
What?
Salam Ece. Huh?
Salam Asia. Baby.
Whoa.
Hi. There's two cars waiting.
Once again, welcome and good afternoon, everybody. Up ahead on the left, you'll see a stir track with some old railroad equipment on it. These include an oil tank car and a couple of diesel switching locomotives. All the equipment that we operate here, with the exception of those two diesels, came from the West Side Lumber Company up to Yosemite, California. I'd say about 100 miles to the north of us on the other side of Yosemite. They ran a steam-powered logging operation there right up until the early 1960s. Logging in this area began in 1874 with the California Lumber Company. In 1899, the Madera Sugar Pine began their operations here, and in their 32-year history, they ran one of the largest and most successful lumber companies in the state. Their tracks we run on today. They centered their operations out of the company town of Sugar Pine, located at the bottom of the Lewis Creek Canyon, about 2 miles past our end of track. From there, they logged off an area of almost 30,000 acres. In the upper stretches of our railroad, you may have noticed everything has been burnt and broken. Starting with a wildfire that came through here starting August 29, 2017, lasting for 2 weeks, destroying 12,000 acres of forest. Named the railroad fire due to its proximity to our location, the majority of the damage was confined to the far side of the Lewis Creek Canyon, as you can see from here. On January 18, 2021, there was a very severe windstorm. For 7 hours, there were sustained winds ranging from 60 to 150 miles an hour, knocking over literally thousands of trees. Our track crew had to cut through 62 trees for us to be able to resume passenger service.
That was so good.
Up in the trees.
Here in the Sierra National Forest, we have 5 primary types of trees. The first is the California black oak. Wasn't used much for lumber, but it was gathered extensively as firewood. The lumber company's 6 wood-burning steam locomotives, their steam-powered donkey engines, and even to power the mill itself. For 1,000 years beforehand, however, the Native Americans in the region used to gather the acorns. They'd grind them up, soak in the water to remove the tannic acid. The resulting mixture was used as a flour to make cakes and cereals, was a staple of their diet. Next, we have the incense cedar. It's the one with the rough, reddish-looking bark and the flat needles. These aromatic trees are popular for making indoor furniture, so they can retain their smell for years after being cut down, and are naturally bug resistant. The third tree is the white fir. It's the gray tree with the evenly spaced horizontal branches. Similar to the red fir found growing at higher elevations, you may recognize it better as a Christmas tree. We are entering into Horseshoe Curve. This curve was dug out in 1908 by a Chinese labor crew with picks and shovels. They loaded the dirt on the wheelbarrows and horse-drawn wagons and hauled it to the center of the curve, which is off to our left, where they pile it, and it remains there to this day under the vegetation. The last two primary trees here in the forest are pine trees. Here's the ponderosa and the sugar pine. They're preferred by lumber companies for their immense size and excellent quality of wood, being relatively straight with few knots. The ponderosa form the scale-like bark and long needles that grow in groups of 3. The sugar pine has shorter needles in groups of 5 and the oversized cone. Sugar pine cones are the largest in the world, measuring in at 18 to 24 inches in length, and when green and full of sap, can weigh up to 4 pounds.
You hear that, Raya? They get 18 inches big. That's pine cones. Biggest pine cones. Sugar pine. They get 18 inches big. They can weigh 4 pounds.
I think it's the one that falls down. The glass.
By this point, you may have noticed the 15 doesn't look like your typical side rod locomotive like you see in the movies. She's what's known as a Shay locomotive. They were invented in 1872 by Michigan lumberman named Ephraim Shay. He wanted a locomotive that was flexible and powerful, so he built one using swiveling truck assemblies connected by a line shaft running the length of the locomotive on the right-hand side, directly powering each axle. While such away the line shafts and cylinders on the right, the boiler was moved a bit to the left, giving the Shay a somewhat off-centered appearance from the front. Shays can take a 70-degree curve and climb a 12% grade with up to 20 carloads of logs. Madera Sugar Pine had 5 such locomotives. The main difference between ours and theirs being, theirs burn wood, ours burn oil. In a typical trip to 15 here, we'll go through 450 gallons of fuel oil and up to 600 gallons of water. She was built in 1913 and weighs in at just under 60 tons.
What thing is this? What is that?
The tracks we're riding on today are what are known as narrow gauge. The gauge is the distance between the 2 rails. Narrow gauge, like we operate here, is 36 inches apart, but is considered to be anything less than the standard gauge of 56.5 inches apart. Other companies like the narrow gauge, they didn't have to cut quite a hole through the forest to put the train through. Also, they could make sharper turns. This resulted in lower building costs. From the mill in sugar pine like spokes on a wheel, going out in every direction and gathering all the profitable trees available in a process known as clear cutting. They didn't practice the reseeding the forest, so the majority of trees that you see today are the product of up to 120 years of natural regrowth from the trees they deemed too small to cut and left behind. When they ran out of the larger trees to cut down in an area, they'd simply pick up their tracks and go in another direction. The tracks we run on today have been relayed on one of their oldest logging spurs, used from 1908 to 1924. The dirt road below us on the right we'll be crossing in just a moment was the last spur used by the lumber company from 1927 up until the end of their operations in 1931. Now a Forest Service seasonal access road.
was.
Have you ever been?
You're welcome. You guys looking for bears or mountain lions up there?
What is it?
This is 1 hour long, but I'm not showing the entire thing, so bye.